Just 30 minutes.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my day, this tree that I've encountered, this stone.
I don't know if I could have had my bird there.
Trying to spy?
With the distance you would have, you would not be able to listen.
Well, it's more of like relay. It's not a big deal.
At that distance, it would be more like yes/no questions than like actually giving you the details. You can, just letting you know that it wouldn't be as detailed.
I mean, Athena's gonna be there also, so she can probably easily provide stuff for you as well.
Oh? Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Yep.
You guys even know what happened? Just go curiosity.
No, I have not.
Nope.
I'm about to find out, maybe.
All right. Well, over the past few weeks, most of you have been going about your own personal adventures. Some of you working together, others a bit more solo, others going to very interesting places, and others staying a bit more at home. But all of you coming upon some new adventures and new information as to the going-ons within the world. As you come to the end of the month, you are hearing about the troubles in the south and how multiple portals in the past week have suddenly started to close. Rumors are going throughout the town about how there's strange creatures, some talking about forces that are out there coming back. There's also rumors of cities of people that apparently survived the calamities that were occurring, and now that there's a chance, they're starting to rise up. Some of you know more of the truths versus the fiction, while others are just hearing things on the street. But all of you have gotten an invite to a meeting that's going to be occurring at the end of the day today. It is meant to be the meeting of all the powers within Murda to decide what to do with an offensive that's occurring on the south. All but one member of the party will be there at that point. But we're going to start at the beginning of the day. So what would you all like to do?
I would be back in Murda by this time, right?
You would. You have gotten transport, which has provided you a direct transportation to the Iron Tower.
Okay.
Which was provided by Warish.
Wait, was Warash in Closa, or was he just had it set up for me
He
to get
came
back?
to retrieve you.
Oh, okay, so...
After hearing that you had returned after disappearing for as long as you did.
Okay. So at the moment, I'm with him right now.
You are.
Can I... I'm gonna ask him if there were any more experiments or research done with the living stone while I was gone.
Yeah, we were able to pull out some of the stone from the walls using some interesting spells that essentially detached it. We think we can possibly maneuver some existing stone, and luckily, since it regenerates on its own, theoretically endless supply. We're trying to figure out how it's created, though, but it's magics that are a bit beyond anybody in the tower at this point.
Have we been able to test to see if it repels the Far Realm corruption at all? Have you?
Well, we were planning to, but apparently during our absence, the druids did a very good job of cleaning up the northeast, and all of it's behind the divine barrier, which we can't get behind.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, it's both a blessing and a curse. So, if we are planning to try and use this, we'll have to find out when the divine barrier is no longer there. But I see no reason it shouldn't. It seems to be repelling all other forms of magic.
Well, we'll just keep it in hand in case it becomes handy again. But thanks for bringing me back.
Absolutely. I need to go get prepared myself. Apparently, we're going to be having a presence there as well. So, we'll be meeting at the round table.
What time does this meeting start?
Should be this evening, about 7 or 8.
And what time is it right now?
Relatively early, about 8 a.m.
Okay. Thank you for the information. I will go about my day until the meeting starts.
Of course.
So Oh, sorry,
go
go
ahead.
on. Go ahead.
Nihilus, go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay.
Boom.
You would know that Warish was leaving to pick up Jean if you so wish to find him yourself.
Oh, like go find him now.
In the near future, you would be aware of where he would be.
So I know he's safe and I know he's back.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay with my mother and get prepared for the meeting in the morning. I may go look for him in the afternoon, depending on how that goes.
Okay. All right, Jean.
I want to go to all of the gates except for the eastern gates and see if any wood elves by the description of Eldon's family or the Shiros has potentially went past those gates.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
If only you would talk to other people who may or may not know these things.
So you start describing.
I don't
what
know where any of you
else,
guys are.
You've met them, but your descriptions are less than descriptive. So most of the guards are giving you affirmation that people like that have come through the gate, but no true indication of if it was specifically Eldon's family.
Okay. Then is Nihilus's temple here in the city or is it outside the city?
It is within the city.
I want to go there next.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
You guys. Oh no.
I'm gonna get lost.
You knew that the temple was out by the airship, so you head out there. And all you find is the airship. And a collection of wizards and sorcerers that are currently poking and prodding it, trying to learn more about it. But you also notice that all of them are keeping a very clear stance away from the ship and purposely not touching it.
Oh. What's going on here? Is the ship safe?
As long as you don't touch it. If you put your hand on it or do anything like that, the ship zaps you.
Oh. I would have no clue where Eldon would have been staying, correct?
No idea.
Okay, so I can't ask him. I guess we can go to another players until I figure out what else I want to do.
Okay. Rain, what would you be doing?
Where am I right now?
You are currently at the Silver Fang, which has shut down. So you're no longer doing your part-time job there.
Mhm.
But you
Okay.
are. Oh,
Do I
speaking
know
of which,
why?
go ahead and give me 3d12 rolls.
3d12.
All right. You earned yourself another 130 gold.
Let's go.
But yes, you
Cool.
would know that the Silver Fang is preparing for the offensive to the south, and with the disappearance of everyone with the exception of Rumak at this point, and yourself, it's a little difficult to run a restaurant or pub
Yeah.
or anything of that nature.
Wait, so what happened to the south?
So you would know that in the south there has been a development in that
Uh-huh.
2 of the portals suddenly closed, and the
Okay.
entire region became enveloped within time magic.
Okay. And okay.
You would also know specifically through Rumak that the meeting today is to determine how much of the forces is going there and how much effort is going to be put in place at home to try and convince some of the other people to keep helping the Silver Fang instead of going out on their own.
Wait, so if something happened with it with time magic, wait, how much do I know based on yay,
Yay!
based on what based on the week, how much do I know with their involvement with
Make a perception check. This is how much you were actually paying attention to everyone that was talking in the bar and not trying to get gold.
that
A decent
one?
amount, actually.
Yay.
You know that there seems to be some connection to an incident involving the Iron Tower.
Uh-huh.
You do overhear when Rumak is talking to a member of the Crescent Moon, attempting to be quiet, but you knowing some of the more intricate aspects of how that occurs, are
Mhm.
able to decipher that it seems that there is a third portal that has gone down over Valorance, and that
Okay.
seemed to be the triggering effect that resulted in whatever time being that has taken over the south.
Wait, so a time being is taking over the south.
Yep.
And is that what the what they're trying to figure out? Like if
Yes.
it's
Because it's a very different thing to go against something that you know nothing about versus going against elementals that you have a
Mhm.
decent idea about.
okay, so it's more like an investigative mission of sorts.
With the expectation that it's likely to turn into conflict, yes.
Got it.
And one other thing that you would gather, and connecting the dots, you would put together that the Tiefling tribes have all but abandoned their homes and gone on a what some call a blood vendetta against someone to the south.
What the fuck did you do,
Oh,
Aris?
Aris, what did you do? So I am going to go and find Nihilus then, actually. And I'll save it for later, but I will try and find Nihilus first.
And you know where Nihilus is, or at least generally. You know she's in the tower.
Okay, and then try and Do I know anything about Sheen, about where he is and whatnot? Because
You know that he went missing.
yeah,
Wait, this is
Um,
public knowledge that went missing?
Well, she's been
We-
hanging out with Rumok, who is a Electron of the Silver Fang, same as Rakith, and they talk.
Oh, okay.
We know a lot more than
Plus-
you went missing, bro.
Plus, I
Plus what you divined. Yes,
saw something.
you did.
Go ahead, yeah. And I don't know yet where Jean is, right?
Not at the moment.
Okay, but wait. Does any of the Silver Fang know about the dragon? Because I would probably keep my ears out for.
The Silver Fang here, with the exception of Rumok, no. Most of them are not aware of the Draco Lich that's to the door.
Okay, so I actually would not have heard that Jean has come back
No.
at all. Okay.
It is a very recent development that, given what Rumok's doing at the moment, he would have
Mhm.
been at the tower delivering the message.
Okay, and I will go find Nihilus then.
Okay. Nihilus, are you hard to find?
I'm with my mother in the morning.
Okay. And if it's in the morning, she is doing training down below, missing her
Mhm.
favorite target dummy, but the newer wizards and those that are there are working on more precision magics. And Nihilus, you yourself are doing some of your morning exercises.
Target dummy.
That's a lie.
Right. So yeah, Rain, you see a lot of wizards practicing. One of them being Nihilus.
I'm going to wait until they're safely not doing any dangerous thing before I whisper.
Okay. And while you're doing that, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I thought so. Okay.
Okay. So Nihilus, as you go through the threshold into the Iron Tower, the field that removes transformation effects is still there. And you're quite literally falling apart.
What?
You said my name.
Oh, sorry, for Rain. So, Rain,
Wait,
you
what?
are feeling yourself melting as you are in there, kind of reverting into a changeling goo.
I'm going to stop what I'm doing then.
Okay. And the moment you get outside of the gate, you're fine and have full control over yourself again.
Okay.
Make a stealth check to see if any of the others noticed you. Okay, yeah, with no issues, you're able to kind of go shit, and get yourself out of the gates before anybody notices the eye that's literally sliding out of its socket.
Oh god.
Okay. Nice.
But you do see Nihilus in the grounds in front of you.
I'm gonna just go like to a corner and kind of wave. That scenario where someone's going to the corner, kind of sneaking a bit, and then just waving really frantically to catch someone's attention.
Yeah, and with Nihilus's passive perception, it will not be difficult for her to notice you.
There you go. Yo.
Hey. What's up? Why are you
so,
waving like a lunatic?
I heard some interesting developments.
Be more
What
specific?
did Aris do, and what's going on?
We shouldn't have this conversation here.
Yes. Let me know when you're free, and yeah, please do update me.
Let me finish preparing for the meeting over lunch with my mother, and I'll meet you at the Silver Fang.
Sounds good.
So after lunch, Silver Fang.
Okay.
See if you can find Gene. He should be in town with Warash.
Oh, he's back.
He should be back in the city today. I know that he showed up back in Closa.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go find Jean.
Okay, how are you gonna find him?
I am just casually going around Mirtha.
All right, make an investigation check.
We're just gonna randomly happenstance upon each other.
That's dependent on this check.
You'll think it's
Oh,
random.
you guys go here too? That's crazy.
I mean, my investigation was very low, so good luck trying to find my ass.
Well, lucky for you, hers is extremely high.
I knew this
So
place.
you start looking around, and as you're going by the north gate, you see a dragonborn leaving Murda.
What up?
Am
So
I?
I'm just gonna casually walk over to Jean.
Okay, it takes you a little while to catch up to him, but you catch up to him as he is seeing all the individuals just outside the gate at the flying ship.
Does she notice anything?
I don't know. I should
Rain, make
I should
a
ask.
perception check. Okay. I will send it to you in DMs.
Okay. Bro, what did you
Dude,
Yo,
this is where meta
all of you,
knowledge is,
all
like,
of you. Mhm.
So at this point, do I see Rain? Or should we wait until she reads the
Give me your own perception check.
I'm struggling.
I'll say with that one, yes, you do notice rain coming.
Okay,
Okay.
so I am gonna walk over to him and then just have a slightly confused expression before I just pull it into a casual smile of God damn it, my brain is not good for jokes right now.
Well,
Just
Rain, what you see is like, I'm not like happy. I'm more of like, like the 2-day mourning step after somebody just passed away or died. I'm like in that mode right now. Like,
Uh-huh.
like I'm somber is the better word.
Got it. So I'll probably
Okay.
just say, so you got a new haircut. When did you get back?
For you, it would have been yesterday.
Would have been yesterday. Okay. Last night I got
Gonna-
back. You mean I can't?
Hmm?
Last night. I mean, I got here in Murda this morning.
I'm gonna look over to him and see if I can notice anything else outside what I noticed.
Make a perception check. And based on that roll, Jean, tell her what she notices. And she is aware of the biggest feature that's changed.
Let's see. I am now wearing full plate armor, other than my
Mhm.
standard chain. I'm a bit taller, bulkier. Don't really know how well Dragonborns age.
The
If you looked carefully, instead of just like standard bronze scales, I actually now have the starting of black talons or like horns coming from like my chin bone and like the horns on my like head, like my bow of the head type of deal, and both
Mhm.
sides of my face to show. So I've started growing that in.
okay.
Other than that, like I said, I'm kind of a little somber. You can definitely tell I'm not as joyful or as
Innocent.
not innocent, but more of a yes, less youthful or positive right now.
Mm. I'm
Character
just going to
development.
yeah, look seriously at them and ask, "Are you okay?" Or more like a indicator of, aside from the very obvious, is everything okay with you? Like, is there anything that I can help in the immediate future?
Uh, at the moment, I don't think nothing can help right now, but I'm in the process of looking for Eldon's family to see if they've arrived in murder or not. If you want to help me with that.
Oh, I know that Eldon's family has gone to. Wait,
Rayanar.
Raynar, that one.
Oh, so they passed through.
Yes, we did help a bit with that. Do I
They
know
weren't.
where?
They weren't captured or anything from Kalari, right?
Nah, where? It was pretty good. We're fine. It was a successful mission. Let's leave it at that.
What about Altan? How was he?
Is that Eldon's dad? Or
Yes.
okay, he looks okay, except seems like he is also having a development of his own. As I kind of nod at my arm.
Do I see what her arm looks like?
Oh no, it's the same basically. I'm just indicating
Oh,
that.
oh, he got his hand back.
Not particularly, but seems like it is possibly fixing itself.
Oh, it's still in
Don't
the
know yet.
process.
In the process, I ask you.
Wait, it's been 2 weeks. Tails, it's technically been 2 weeks since I gave him that. It was 7 days whenever I rolled. Shouldn't he have his hand back now?
You don't know when they last saw him.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't gotten his. He was still missing a hand, I take it? From the last you saw him?
Still yes, but it definitely looks like it's growing, for lack of a better word.
That's good. That's
Doesn't
good.
have.
I raise my eyebrows in question.
Oh, I guess you deserve an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I gave
Well,
him a.
all of you guys deserve an explanation.
Yes, we'll have to meet up, and I don't know how much you guys know already, but I gave him a ring of regeneration.
Ah,
So I was hoping that that would repair his hand that he lost.
I see. Oh, that's good. That's
You
sweet of you. So I did notice that you were wait, where are we at the moment actually?
You are
Are we in
currently north of the city.
are we outside?
Yes,
Per
you are
se?
outside of the
Okay.
walls.
Okay, I'm going to look around to see if I'm just gonna lean down actually and just tell um Jean that we should probably talk elsewhere since I have a lot of questions. I'm sure Nihilus has a lot of questions as well, but I also got word that something very interesting is happening down south, and Nihilus has information with it. So we go back and wait. What time is it? It's not as much yet, right?
It's still morning.
Still morning. Okay. I'll
Um,
be good.
I mean, we still have plenty. Are you participating in the meeting that's happening later tonight?
Do I know about the meeting,
You've been
Tails?
invited as well, yes.
Oh, it seems like I am.
Oh, that's good. I need to do a couple more stops before. I need to stop by Shay's if you want to accompany me there.
Yeah, that should be fine. I don't really have anything to do right now since my current employment is.
And then while we walk there, I don't know if you want to cut off to other people's tales, but while we
Sure.
walk there, I just want to talk to Rain about what she did for her month type of deal.
Okay. Rain, what would you tell him?
I'll just TLDR it to the point where it's more of we saved the day.
That's all I can put in my notes is we saved the day.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? Me,
Okay.
me and Alec, me and you are
I
after
got these titles written down. Hold on. You know what? I'll save that for later.
No.
I'll save that
After-
for later.
after-
later, yeah.
after the session. Me and you will have a chat, and then you can hopefully go in a little better explanation other than we saved the day. Okay?
Mm,
Unless you don't
Mm.
want to tell me anything else.
man, it's more that it's embarrassing for Rain to say it rather
Okay, then
rather than
I won't push it. Then I'll just leave it as we saved the day.
yeah. And let's just say things went well.
Let's see. In my
Sans,
notes, we saved the day. Calyx 1 month.
Oh, actually, I did get a few nice improvements on my psychic thing, but still makes me a bit melty once in a while.
Would I have ever noticed her melting or causing her physical problems whenever she went through the tower? Because we've been there together as a party a couple times. Or would I have, with my passive
Given your
perception
passive
being so
insight,
low?
probably not.
Okay.
It's not a high DC, but yeah.
So, I also know where Eldon is at the moment.
You would. Well, ish. You know that in the mornings he's usually in the training yard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so actually, do we want to go and round up everyone? I feel like we may need to update everyone with what's going on at the moment.
I mean, it's still bright early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
They may still be doing stuff. I just want to. I mean, unless it's urgent. Unless you think it's urgent, I just need to stop by a couple spots, that's all.
Sounds good. Well, yeah. Well, we can just stop by there and then round up. Wait, is the meeting happening at lunch or is
At
it
night.
At
You would
night.
know that it's
Ah.
happening at night.
I'd like a
Got it.
After lunch, I'm talking to my mom to prepare for the big meeting, and I'm meeting with Rain after lunch.
Yeah. Okay. So we can go stop by and then see if we can find our fearless leader.
Okay. Sure. There's a few, particularly those that were infirm or those that were child rearing.
Ivaski is there also.
They stayed, but
Yeah, that's right.
oh, sorry, you meant in Rayanar.
No. I'm talking about in Murda.
Yeah, in Murda,
stay at
the
Murda
old and infirm, as well as the child rearing. That's about it. None of the 5. All weapon and fighting capable left. All right.
Do I know anything about us, and do I know any
You know it's occurred, and you know about the cryptic message that you got from Aris, but that's about it.
Would I put two and two together? Maybe.
You've-
Would Rain?
You probably put together that it is related. As far as the details of how, you don't know.
Okay, okay. Sounds good.
All right. Eldon, what are you doing? It is the morning of the meeting that you guys are planning to have in the night, which will house all the different factions. Okay.
No, he
Well
may
done.
have fallen asleep. Pepper. Pepper. Pepper.
Okay, well, if you come back, we'll get back to you. Aris, you are currently traveling to the south,
I'm currently traveling to the south.
and you are surrounded by the tieflings, and you, at this point, would be about halfway to Leshon. Probably going to a little bit more, planning to arrive the next day. Is there anything you would like to do?
Arrive tomorrow.
Yes.
And how far back is the second group?
Second group is a decent ways. You're expecting that your scouting group is going to get there probably mid-morning to late afternoon. The larger group probably won't arrive until the night. Roughly.
If at all possible.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 2 survival checks. With you. Because you would be looking through the eyes in order to check out. Mm-hmm. Not bad. All right, between the magics of yourself as well as a few rangers that are within the group, you guys are able to chart a very simple path forward. You notice directly to your left the Death Mountains, which are huge in aspect. It's very weird looking off because you are sitting in browner but still green grasslands. But as you look to the south, you see these near pitch black spires of rock that jet into the sky. And as far as you can tell, you can't see the tops very easily. Sometimes when the clouds give way, you're able to see a peak here and there, but they reach deep into the sky.
Okay. So if I look off in that, do I notice anything outside of that, or is it just?
From where you guys are, it's a little too far away. Because you would know that it is in the far west of the Demon Spire Mountains.
It's
that
just
you're
out
in.
of it, aren't they?
You would be coming up on the far east side at this point.
Would I know outside of just assuming where?
It is where they both combine.
Hi, I hope you can hear me, by the way.
Ah, yay.
Yeah.
I had to restart my fucking computer because my mic wasn't being detected for some reason. Interesting.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Staying the mains.
Of the main five, Sartesh is not with you, but your uncle is. Your uncle, a few rangers that you personally don't know as well. Like, it's one of those you've seen them. It's, the kids from high school that you know their names, but you don't really know them kind of situation. But you also have Nitsa with you. And you also have Kalki with you. She was going to until your father decided to join the scouting group.
This is a family outing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Carl is still with us as well.
Carl is not with you. He is currently with the back group. He is on protection detail.
Protection detail. The fuck is going on?
Everyone, or kind of like the still.
Okay.
Good, I think. Probably just.
Okay. And a few things that you do pick up along the way. One, your dad has some weird tricks. Like, really weird tricks, as far as you're concerned. The one that really was off-putting to you is when he asked you to shoot a bow at him. Yeah, and that's probably why he chose you, you're guessing. He caught it and was able to, without touching it, send it back your direction.
Really? No? Did he hit me?
He did not. But he was able to hit the target that he had, which was the stump that was between your legs. And started giving you a nice hearty laugh afterwards when you were jumping out of the way of it.
He went for the family jewels.
Dad's flexing on you.
Yeah. The other one is that you notice that his dagger seems like it's always dripping. Now, you know about the dagger and what it's capable of, but as you're getting more into it and as your father's doing things with it, you're noticing that he has more control over the liquids coming from it than the dagger alone would allow.
I kind of want that dagger.
Just gotta make sure that all the good stuff goes on the inside. You've already identified the dagger, so you know it to be a dagger of venom.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Ah.
What I was gonna say.
But one of the big parts of it is the poison on it is more potent than your identified. And it seems to only do that when he is wielding it. Because he has handed it to you when you've asked to see it and things like that, and it seems to stop dripping the moment you do. As far as your identify is concerned, it is not cursed. Just mean.
I think that was it. Oh, whenever I have a chance.
The door is still holding. There is now a bookcase, a desk, 3 shelves,
Why are those in
and
there?
a lamp that have all been built in the time frame with their own tape around it.
What?
Where'd she fucking get them from?
You have no idea.
I don't have any
Good
idea. That's
work.
all I know. Like,
There is duct tape. There is a lot of duct tape. In fact, you are pretty sure that there is not a single duct that's possible at this point.
I'm good.
All right. So, Eldon, what would you like to do?
I don't know, dude. I'm chilling.
Are you chilling?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you do finish that morning, putting in the final electrum.
Oh, finally.
And what you notice is that the underlying white of the bow changes into the electrum color, completely modifying the underlying metals. And at that point, you see a figure standing next to you.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Much easier with the mouth.
What the fuck?
So you are my progeny. Not bad.
You're what? Raj,
Well,
I guess.
many
Yeah.
Oh,
generations
senpai.
removed, but
Wait, no Bochan?
It's
Yeah,
not
why
a
isn't my
Botan
bow a
anymore.
cute anime girl, man?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know.
Well, it seems that we still have a long way to go ahead of us. But allow me to show you something different. And
Okay.
you have already absorbed the other weapon into it.
Okay.
But as you are holding the bow there, he asks you to shoot at a target downrange in the training area. And when you do so, you see him suddenly appear where the arrow strikes. And he slashes the throat of the target dummy.
Bro, that's
Really
my skill.
liked when you were taking care of those orcs. When we go back, I get to have some first-hand fun with them.
Cursed.
Ah,
Okay.
looks like my time is up, but the next time you need assistance, all you need to do is call. And at this point, Bogadir's bow now has a daily where you can call Bogadir. And he
Fuck.
will give you 1 extra attack.
Oh shit.
Ah, no, dude, you
round.
did not
Oh,
just
no.
get me there.
Not an action, 1 attack. per round.
He's like a level
for
3
1
fighter.
minute.
He's
For
a level 11
for
fighter.
1 minute? Oh, it's just a fucking. It's a. Oh.
It's Frey.
Tails, no. No, why have you done this?
More buttons to press. Your opener just got complicated.
The attack that he does is based on the weapon that you are holding at the time.
Frey,
Okay.
is that you?
No, it's Bogadier.
No, it's Patrick.
Very nice.
Alright, so every day, let me get this right. Every day, so once per long rest or once per day, whatever that is. This attack could be added to all of my turns for a minute.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And that's based on the weapon that I'm using at the time, or the form of
Yes.
the weapon. So I have 3 attacks per round for a whole minute. Is what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, man. If you say so.
You just multi-classed into a level 11 fighter.
I know what this means, right? There's gonna be more.
We're gonna be fighting some tanky ass monsters.
Yep. Oh no.
That's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
These boils are
Oh, and
gonna
of
be
course,
thick.
the most important part, it's not concentration.
Oh, thank God.
Because he is his own person.
Is
So
it gonna
that-
be Amelia?
So when he appears, is he sort of still like ethereal, spirit-looking type?
No, he is not.
Oh no.
He'll be on the battlefield and Elon just fucking summons one of his ancestors.
Yeah.
A great elven warrior heals.
And it is now on your bow.
Fucking, I don't know if you. I'm guessing you planned for this, but Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
You just
scared
gave
for what
me-
can happen.
10 levels worth of power.
Alright,
I think we
so
will need it.
as you are learning about Bogadier and seeing what your bow is capable of now that it's gone to its next level, Jean and Rain, you would both be arriving at Shades at this point.
Mhm.
Greetings, customers. It is a
Hello?
pleasure to see you today.
Good morning, Shay.
How may we be of service?
I was wondering if you had any enchanted weapons.
I have many enchanted weapons. Would there be a particular type you'd be looking for?
A one-handed weapon would be fine.
Excellent. A bludgeoning or slashing weapon?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Very well. So we are looking at a mace. Is there any particular magical effect you are looking for, or simply enhanced?
Can you just give me a rundown of what you have? I'm unfamiliar with magical weapons.
Absolutely. We have a basic weapon, which will be what some refer to as a +1, for 1,000 gold. We
Okay.
also have a Mace of Disruption, which will cost you 8,000 gold.
I see. Wow, magical weapons are a lot more expensive than I thought.
And we also have a
No,
mace
an
of
enchanter.
smiting that does 7. That would cost 7,000 gold.
What does the 2 last ones do?
Let me go pick them out real quick.
I think I can do it for like half the cost.
That's a shit ton of money.
So at
I am a walking 50% discount.
Mhm.
It's just
So if you get a Mace of Disruption, it is a disruption of their tenuous link to the mortal coil, as any fiend or undead that you hit with the weapon takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. And if the target has fewer than 25 hit points, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or is instantly destroyed.
Jesus. That's deadly.
That's why it's 8,000 gold. The second one, which is a Mace of Smiting, is a +1 weapon, but it gives you a +3 bonus to attack against constructs. And when you roll a 20, the target takes an extra 7 bludgeoning damage, or 14 if it's a construct. And again, if the construct has less than 25 points, it is instantly destroyed.
Okay. Thank you, Shay. Sorry to waste your time, but I just wanted to peruse just to see the selections. I
No
probably won't
worries
be
at
buying
all.
anything. Is there anything that you'd like, Rain, to or shop around for?
no, not at the moment.
At that time, what time would it be? Roughly closer to
For you
noon?
guys, it's about 10, coming up on a little bit later than that, but yeah.
Rain, didn't you say you needed to meet Nihilus for lunch?
Oh yeah.
After
When
lunch.
after lunch.
After, oh.
Well, when do you think you should head out for that? I don't want to accidentally make you late.
Oh no, I think it may be best that you come with me, since she is. I will be asking more details about what Eros is up to.
That is
So,
true. I did
mhm.
receive a strange message from him
Is
a
that
couple days
so?
ago.
Is it something about he fucked up?
Yeah, well,
Shit's
can't
fucked up.
exactly say,
Not
but
fucked.
Mhm.
it
I'm
sounded
glad
like
you said that you fucked up.
he said that the time avatar is back. Isn't that the same one that we fought whenever war broke out? Right, the couple days after the war broke out with the devils and such.
That is a very good question, because he did definitely not say anything about time avatars. Just that. Yeah.
Well, he also told me Nihilus knows a whole lot more, so
Yep. That's also.
yeah, I may want to accompany you to your lunch meeting. I just
Mhm.
gotta stop by Father Halston real quick, and then we can head over there.
Yeah. Might as well do that. We still have a bit of time. Then we
Oh,
head
Alright.
over.
We'll head over to the Temple of Helm
Which is not very far, as it is literally a few hundred feet away.
to see if is anybody in the temple. Is Sister Lily there or whatnot, or can
You
I?
do find Sister Lily, but you do not find Father Halston.
Okay. Sister Lily is
Oh,
Halston.
Jean. Well, you're Jean, aren't you?
Yes.
What's happened to you?
A growth spurt?
I'd say that's mighty more than a growth spurt, boy. What have you been doing the past few weeks?
It's been more than a few weeks. It's been 4 years.
That's actually low. I thought it was gonna be more.
Oh dear me. Oh dear me. Where have you been?
I've been in the Feywilds. I'm gonna look at Rain. Do I notice that she see any reaction from that?
Rain, do you have a reaction to it?
I'm just gonna tilt my head in kind of a go on expression.
Make an insight check, Jean. Rain, make a competing persuasion or deception check as to whether or not you, which you feel is best for the situation.
Which I feel is best. Wait, what do you mean?
Are you trying to hide your knowledge of what he's done, or are you not
Nope.
trying to hide it?
I'm
Okay.
basically kind of prodding him to carry on. Please
Okay.
do tell us more about.
Well, if you're not
Being in
trying to
the
hide
Feywild?
anything, then I won't worry about a competing roll.
Yep.
So I
You are aware that she is aware of something, but how
Okay.
much you don't know.
okay. A lot of stuff happened. I'm still processing it myself. It's hard to talk about right now, but I was there for 4 years. That's as much as I have been able to register. I'm somewhat surprised I could remember anything at all.
And why were you there?
Same with you, Rain. This is probably a discussion best discussed with the whole party. It's best to let everybody know at
I see.
once. I'm pretty sure Nihilus already knows. She seems to be quite knowledgeable.
I'll just nod and I will definitely be expecting that.
But anyways, I'm sure you didn't come here just to frighten me. What brings you to the church today?
I was hoping to see if Father Helston was around.
Oh, I haven't seen him in a few weeks now. Not too long after you left, actually.
Did he say where he was going?
He said that he would be around. He instructed me that if there was ever anything that was needed to send a missive to the Silver Fang. And that they would know how to get it to him.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. It is good to see you, and try not to have any further growth spurts between now and the next time we meet.
I hope I don't. That's all. I'll turn to Rain and like, I guess let's head to this lunch date, or should we try to pick up Eldon along the way? We're nearby the Silver Fang, anyways. See if he wants to
Yeah.
come or not.
Might as well just grab the whole party because I feel like shit's fucked up. Shit's fucked up. Needs an explanation, you know?
Yeah. Once we're out of the chapel, I'm gonna turn to Rain. Where's Father Helston?
Do I know?
Have you tried to contact him in the past week?
Probably because I would most likely have updated him with.
Make an investigation check. jump down to secrets.
You?
So,
I don't like grown up Gene.
huh?
I don't like grown up Gene.
What do you mean? You haven't even met him.
Already, I can sense it.
I don't know what's going on with that.
What don't you like? Or you don't like young Gene either.
Very true.
You haven't even met older Gene. You can't say that you don't like him or not. Are you
I
just?
honestly, I was betting 7 years. That's how long I thought you were gonna be gone.
I was lucky though. I was really lucky. I rolled so many shit persuasion rolls while I was there. I was surprised I did not die or get turned into a
It was
shrub.
bound. It was actually bound to fucking happen.
But-
Gene,
You've
go
been
to the
rolling, like,
Feywilds.
fucking amazing.
The thing is, I didn't even mean to go. I was. Well, you're about to find out. But like,
But you can't stop talking.
I did what Gene did best. I told the truth, and it got me in trouble.
Shocking.
So what were you gonna say whenever I said that I gave away a ring of regeneration?
Why the
Basically,
fuck didn't
dude.
you keep it for the party?
Fucking good.
We already got him a replacement metal hand. What more does he want?
I thought that life would be easier for him if he had his own hand back. I wasn't expecting it to take 7 days though. I had to roll on a d6, and that's how long it would take. And I rolled a 6, so it turned out to be 7 full days for his hand to grow back. I was kind of hoping for 1 or 2 while I was still in Closa.
And with all your shit rolling in the Feywilds and stuff, you expected to roll well this time?
That was before.
Well, it was before. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting to get locked up in the Feywilds for 4 years. I was expecting just to, pop in, say hi, then get out, and then continue my month peacefully.
You're dealing with
Going
the
to other
fate that-
fucking planes without the party.
Like I said,
Again.
I didn't mean to.
Again.
again.
I didn't mean to. I was a prisoner, so there's nothing I could do. It all went in there as an honest attempt to see if the Fae needed help, and it went south so fast.
Shocking.
You guys just wait to hear what. I want to hear this shit, but
Alrighty. So, Rain, whatever you wish to tell him.
It seems like Father. Well, they're very occupied with things. Well, it might be better to just wait until we have that meeting.
Is it?
As a TLDR, he's very busy at the moment.
I mean, I don't want.
Oh shit, of course he's busy.
We should.
I'm
I
not
don't.
there.
I don't know how. I don't understand that Eldon knows, but I don't think Nihilus knows yet. I don't want to reveal his secret and everything since it's not ours to tell.
Well, at this point, I'm surprised. I would be surprised if she does not know. So.
Well,
I
for
feel
now,
like-
let's just leave it and talk in secret. I don't want. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want his spot to be released to the public or get found out. Anyways, let's see if Eldon's
Oh.
at the Silver Fang.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
And
okay.
Eldon, would you be at the Silver Fang?
I'm aware of this meeting happening already, right?
You are. You also got an invitation.
Yeah. So I'd probably be prepared to go there if I'm not already heading there.
Okay. So yeah, you do meet at
I'm
the
never
Silver
late.
Ring and meet the others there. And it's not too much later that Nihilus does show up, as it is a late lunch. And I think that'll be a good spot for us to take a 5-minute. One, to give Nihilus any time that she needs to prep what she needs, and then also restroom break.
Are we rolling into the meeting fairly soon after the break?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, let me get my shit together.
So, whenever I asked you, Tails, what time the game was at, and you said it was like 7 whatever mountain time, Google fucking lied to me, dude.
I think it's because they I wonder if they considered the daily savings.
Are you still on that shit?
No, we changed back.
Yeah, so did we. So what time? Hold on, mountain.
It'd probably be better to just go Arizona
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So it would be, what time is it now for you?
It is 7:30 in the evening.
Yeah. So
7:34.
Tails said that we started at 7. So I had an alarm set for 2 a.m. my time, which is half an hour ago. But it was
Yeah.
actually an hour before that we started.
Oh, did we? Oh.
Right, and back.
Yeah, we started 8 Eastern.
Oh. So
So Google didn't lie.
Google
what
didn't
happened?
lie. Tails told you the wrong time, or you misheard
Yeah, I
the
got that
wrong
right.
time zone or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
did I do the
so-
wrong time?
I think you did.
Oh, sorry.
time.
You said, I think you said, well, what I heard you say was 7 p.m. Mountain. I plugged that into Google and it says, okay, 2 a.m. Yeah, perfect. So I had an alarm set for,
Oh my
2
god,
a.m.,
we
not 1
start
a.m..
at 1 a.m. your time.
yes,
Why do you do this to yourself?
I don't know.
It's for the big beeps.
So you're lucky that I don't trust myself at all, and I had alarms set at like 1:30 till 2. Like I
Damn.
woke up at the first one.
Well, the only thing you missed was essentially a few people introducing themselves being back and Jean getting teleported here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did we start at a different time than normal, or?
Nope, same time.
Okay, yeah.
Is it?
It's always been 8 Eastern for me. Well, for the really long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
I think Arizona's the only one that the time changed, and that's why it's really messing with me.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern is 1 a.m. my time, so that made sense.
Okay, yeah, because since everyone else changes with daylights except Calic and I, it didn't make sense to change the time. So I was like, all right, we're just gonna keep it for everybody else, and then Calic and I will shift an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I hate time zones.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Actually, I don't hate time zones. I hate daylight savings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Confuses me a lot.
I have a question.
What's up?
So, as reads, it says it obeys.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Could I ask it to do something before?
Yeah, like if you tell it attack that, it's not going to attack it once and then stop the next turn.
If I ask it to do an act, like, for instance, if I ask it to do, hey, could you go do this action? Pick up that rock, right? some reason I can't communicate. If I had told it, hey, pick up that rock, and after this, go attack this.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that?
You could do that. What you wouldn't be able to do is if you say, go attack this, go do that, and it completes all those actions, it's done. Like it'll just stand there. Now, if you give it a continuous action, like, hey, attack this until it's dead, it'll keep attacking it until it's dead. The moment it's dead, it'll just kind of sit down there.
But I pre-do.
Yeah. You can be aware that it will take it very literally. So, can be interesting, depending on the situation. Mm-hmm. By the way, is Heels back?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep, I'm back.
I think that's everyone, right?
I think so.
All right. So, as we go about getting into the Silver Fang, you notice that Rumak is clearing things out. Obviously, there's enough tables and chairs and things like that that it's going to be a little difficult to move them out of the way too much. But definitely seems to be preparing for receiving a good number of people. Nihilus, you would know that the Silver Fang is where the meeting is going to be held, as the bulk of the force is expected to be there.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys make your way there. You are greeted with a very busy but just present company. You're able to get into your usual booth in the corner. And this is the meeting with the group before the meeting. If you wish to have the private room, Rumak says it is available, but it probably will be needed later on.
I just make it and be like, yeah, we're just gonna use our office.
Yeah. Might as well be. Don't you have an office not even that far from here?
This one's just so much more convenient, and you know, we get to see you when we come use it.
Well, I can't deny that. I make this place look good.
True.
It's very clean.
Well, thank you. I do my best.
You don't have to lie to him, Gene. It's okay.
Oi. Listen,
There-
little boy.
There's some problems with the kitchen, but other than that, it keeps it well.
Okay, deep voice Gene is freaking me out.
Yeah, which, when you meet Gene, he has gone from a very youthful dragonborn to an adult.
And I knew I kind of want to like look him over and kind of like just assess him with insight to see what I can kind of glean from just the way he looks.
Okay, go ahead and make an insight roll. And Jean, what do you think she sees?
I mean, other than I'm older by the looks of it. Same with Rain. Taller, a little bit bulkier. I will have the black talons, horns coming out from my two chin bones and on top of my head. And I'm just holding a somber kind of like not really like extreme grieving, but just like somber, kind of low emotions at this moment. Just trying to keep it under, if you know what I kind of mean. I still hold myself up like the facade, but still being the mentality of a young dragonborn, my emotions show on my face. Other than that, I'm in full plate mail, a little bit more decorative than I would have liked. It's full of golden ivy frills and leaving. Yeah.
Which, Nihilus, you can tell the work of Dalfoodle from here.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I don't think anything else is really. That's the most noticeable stuff. I'm not hiding anything.
Shall we speak in private?
I guess let's head to your office.
Mm-hmm.
Our office, right? Right, Rumak?
Eldon's here with us, right?
He is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so once we get into the room, I'm going to turn to Jean. So, survived the Sealy Court judgment, have you?
The Sealy and the Unsealy.
Both? Seriously?
Both.
Well, explain what happened, because what did you do now?
Oh, do you want the full story? Or all my time in Closa, or just with the Fae?
Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes version. I went to Plumara in hopes to get her side of the story with the Fae, the Far Realm corruption, since the Fae were not present in the first meeting we had, and I wished to seek them out to see if they could provide any help or assistance. I told them, since it was partially my fault for the release of the Far Realm, I said that it was my responsibility. I felt I was responsible to help them in any way possible. And that I was taken to the... Would I have understood that I was on trial during that time?
You would have understood you were on trial.
Okay. After my 4 years of meditation, I could have gotten that idea.
Yeah.
Justly so, I was put on trial for the potential harm and deaths that I gave to the Fae from releasing Far Realm corruption into Provnia. And I spent 4 years of my time there. And I had to sacrifice stuff for it. And now I'm back.
4 years is less than I expected, and I'm happy you made it back in our lifetime.
I just want you to know I had no intentions of going to the Fae. I didn't want any of what happened, the Wood Elves becoming enslaved. I had no intentions of that.
They're tricky, and I wish if you were planning on speaking to them, you would have taken one of the elves who have an ancestral connection and understand them a bit better.
You're right. I should have, but I thought I thought I could have helped, even just sending out a note where we could have gotten a meeting together for all of us. That's what I intended to do, but
It was my plan to get them involved in this meeting, but it is what it is. We were discussing one of the items on the agenda is to discuss having an actual coordinated plan for portal closures, not just going all willy-nilly. And since we already had an agreement with the Fae, they would have needed to be spoken to and consulted. So they probably would have been invited to this meeting.
from what they told me, they said that the Silver Fang broke their promise and they wanted nothing. They wanted to leave. They wanted nothing to deal. They wanted to leave. Apparently, they told me the Far Realm corruption has appeared in Provnir once before, and they left during that time as well.
Makes sense considering what Morgan was up to.
And now all they wanted to do was leave, but the broken promise between them and the Silver Fang was what held them here.
Do you know what they did with the children they took?
Unfortunately, I'm not aware of the orc children that they took.
They didn't take orc children. The orcs kidnapped children to trade to them.
But
Right, Tails?
They did.
me as a player knows that, but Jean, not really realizing the wording of the Fae, would have believed that the orcs would have given the orc children up.
Nope, they took wood elf children. And citizens of Closest children's.
I thought it was 20 lives for 20 lives for orc children. I didn't realize
What deal did they have? You know about the deal?
the deal that was made for them to leave, or
Whatever deal they had with the orcs.
the promise that I tried to intervene, but I was shut out. So the deal that they made was for them to leave, to basically nullify the first promise. For them to leave was the trade of 20 children. Once they received the 20 children, they would leave Provnir, and that was for the summer court. I thought that they would have picked orc children, since the orcs took the lives of 20 Fae. It seems I was not aware. As well, for the Winter Court, they asked for a dragon's blessing. They did not receive it, but they left anyways. They were promised to never return. And then I spent 4 years there.
Doing what?
It felt like just a few hours to me, but it was 4 hours. It was 4 years.
Well, remember how I told you guys it was a bad idea for Aris to create another orb?
Mm-hmm.
And then he went and did it anyway when I wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like Aris.
Well, that wizard went and closed a portal and summoned another time avatar in doing so.
Is this the same time avatar that we fought before?
It seems to have all his... I didn't get a good sense, but with the way he hauled ass to his cult, I'm assuming he remembered getting his ass kicked the first time he got summoned. I think he had the memories of the previous avatar. He's bigger, he's stronger, he absorbed about 100 people, is possessing Aris's mom, and absorbed 2 more portals for power. So we're fucked, and we gotta go deal with it.
Is that to the south then?
Yes.
What about the portal in Valorant?
That's the portal that the wizard closed. That
A
Aris gave
wizard?
the orb to.
A wizard was able to walk through all of the undead region to get there and close it?
I don't know the details. I was distracted by trying to scry on the time avatar that was driving everybody else crazy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not crazy. Physically popping their heads.
Oh.
And this is what's happening in the south.
The time avatar is in the south. I only was able to scry on him with Rumok and Aris's help. So I haven't attempted again.
And Aris went down there alone?
No, he didn't go alone. He went with his family. He's with the tieflings. They've started traveling there. We're going to meet them in one of the cities that I can't remember the name of. Leshon.
I see, and I would assume this is the meeting that we're having tonight is to deal with it.
To get extra forces to go deal with it. Also to create a unified plan for portal closures, if everybody scatters to the four winds, I mean, I get that Forbiddance works, but we do have 2 people with quicker methods.
There was something that I don't know if you've been able to talk to Warash at all, but he found something in the tunnels below Closa.
Warash and I haven't had exactly pleasant conversations since I've been home, but he's okay. He hasn't said anything to me about it, though.
Oh, maybe after this meeting we can go meet him. Maybe.
Well, I'm sure he'll be at the meeting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
Maybe
know he's coming south.
maybe he can explain better what he found there. Maybe we can potentially use that to help with the portals.
What did he find?
He found what he called living stone. I don't know much of the
Do
details.
I know anything about Livingstone?
Make a history check. You
9!
recognize the name, and you know it's related to Valkothans, but anything beyond the fact that it's that connection?
It's
not
related
really.
to Valkothans?
Yes, we were the Dragonborn that I talked to you before I left was holed in a Valkothan ruin, deep
Did you-
underground, about a week out underground.
Did you learn anything additional about the Valkothans?
Unfortunately, there's the Dragonborn there said some sort of spirit or force was preventing them, or they felt uneasy about the journey deeper into the Valkelthun ruins, where they stayed on the surface level of the ruins.
Did you see this symbol anywhere? And I showed you the signet ring.
Would I have or Warash
Make a
encountered that?
history check.
We suck at history check.
Well, it's a +0, so
Yeah, not as far as you know. Not that you know of.
maybe
But Warash seemed to know.
Warash may have seen it. I was a little preoccupied with the refugees. He spent more time exploring and looking at the ruins, but all the ruins that we found were clean out. There's like nothing. It was pristine, clean, and like I said, Warash would be able to explain what living stone is more better
Okay.
than what I can understand it as.
I'll talk to him when I can. My month was tame compared to both of yours. I can make stronger enchanted items now. I can copy scrolls super fast and up to what level?
I believe it's 5th level now.
5th level now, because I'm a badass. And yeah, I just did a bunch of training, created like 1,000,000 banishment beads. You know, nothing too crazy. Oh, and I did do this. And I hold up my arms and I make my tattoo vanish in front of them.
The enchanted one?
Uh-huh.
Is it
Why
for
would you
hiding
want it?
purposes?
Once you complete it, you can choose to hide it.
But it's pretty.
You completed your tattoo.
I did.
Very nice.
That's wonderful news.
And I didn't use a dime of the party's money.
I mean,
Oh,
well, it's my own money, but I gave 500 gold to the refugees,
Well, that's understandable.
and they seem to be doing well.
Oh, I know Eldon's family made its old Raynar. I think they knew it too, but I have been checking on their progress. Apparently, you guys had more information than I did. I was only contacting them about once a week, but I know they did make it safe. And
That's
they're
good.
Yes, they
settling in.
That's good. I'm gonna turn to Eldon. Did you know that your family's okay?
Yeah, they went out there and helped, made sure they got it there.
yes.
Paper.
We did.
Yeah, we were literally there, so yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I was doing all those sendings before you guys went out there.
Yeah, we definitely helped. We definitely helped. So yeah.
What about you, Eldon? Was your 1 month productive?
Uh,
Do we
I'm-
notice anything with the bow?
Is your bow out?
Would it be? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you notice
be
that
like-
his bow is a brilliant electrum color. All the gems and fashionings are still there, but the underlying metal is now electrum.
I see you got an upgrade.
Yeah, I see
Had
that he.
a few other ways to, yeah.
Did you use the item I gave you?
Yep.
What does
Oh.
it do?
Where are we?
In
Yeah,
a private
I-
room in the
In
Silver
the
Fang.
In the inn.
Okay, I have a question for you. Actually, just thinking about it, it's a dumb thing. I can show you later though.
Can you tell me now?
It'll be more impressive if you see it.
Oh my god.
No, he wants to flex.
Were you able to put the item I gave to you, Athena, to good use?
This was the good use.
Oh, you gave it to
I
Eldon.
got it.
I'm
I
sorry.
kinda-
Would you
I-
rather have me sold it to somebody random?
Oh no, I knew you were gonna give it to Eldon.
Oh, we had to.
I
What
know.
What if his bow will turn into a dragon that he can ride?
It's not that cool.
That would have been so cool. Just keep feeding it dragon potions.
Good luck with that.
It's kind of a legendary item, but you know.
It's okay, we'll find it in a random.
We'll just get Aris to break time and, pump out a bunch of duplicate items.
We'll find it under the Time
True,
Avatar's
true,
bed.
dude.
Mhm.
Done it twice. That I know of.
What about I know that we're going to speak about what's going on in the south, but has there been any word what's going on with the orcs and everything?
I just got the information just recently. I've had my attention divided elsewhere though. Eldon?
Hmm?
Do you have any information about what's going on with the orcs in Kalari?
Only that they're. So they had. For Kalari what do I know about Kalari specifically, Tails?
You know that the orcs are no longer in Kalari.
Yeah, because they went to retake their hometown, home
Mhm.
city, right?
They
Did they
are
just
now
clean out?
housed
Successful in doing
Moloch.
so.
Did they just clean out Kalari?
Yes.
What about the people there?
They enslaved them.
And took them?
Yeah, apparently.
Orcum, no!
Oh no, I know. I'm thinking of Timmy. Timmy's gone also.
No.
That-
But you guys do know that they have retaken Milanock because they were able to get there before the undead horde spread to the east. And their eyes are currently on Ogrimnock, which is directly to the north of them. But
They
the
can have it.
undead hordes are spread out throughout about half or a quarter of the continent now. On the plus side, they are far more spread out and thus far less dense, but still present. You would be aware of that part because they do have connections with the city still.
I figured would have.
That's big enough news that they would be making sure everyone's aware of.
Have we received, probably not, but since the tower became aware of the cities that were underground in the Fey region, have we received any news about what happened to them when the Fey left and the undead took over?
There has not been any communication, no.
Okay.
Another chain reaction of what happened with the Fae. There has been plans set in motion with Closa to start preparations for the Navir portal, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, since the southern portals are more a pressing matter.
The time avatar is the pressing matter. When he was last summoned, it affected both Kyrie and Mira, and Kyrie is currently at the Divine Gate trying to hold the corruption at bay, and she is not okay. And I fear for what this is doing to Mira too. We need to deal with the time avatar now as quickly as possible.
Of course.
I see. Well, I've been wondering about what happened since it seems like the headmaster is taking care of Mirtha behind the scenes.
Let's see, is there anything else that we would want to discuss?
This is more just what the plan is, I guess.
Has anybody been in contact with Aris? Other than I've only received 2 messages from him saying that everything's.
I worked with him the whole month until recently. He just left with the tieflings like yesterday.
At this point, for you, it would be about 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Time is a construct.
Yes, very. So.
By Nitza.
So potentially after this
Hey, I
meeting,
get it.
we can get to him. We can try to meet up with him in Laishan then after this meeting.
Potentially.
I'm sorry, what was that?
If he's after the meeting.
We plan to meet him and the tiefling force in Leshan.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to ride our sweet new ride there.
Oh, the ship. What's going on with that?
Nice.
Don't go on unless one of Kyrie's people, or like specifically Kyrie's higher end people like Rumok, Voris, the wizard and Closa.
Your party's safe. They just
My
can't
party's
drive it.
safe?
Yeah, your
Okay.
party's safe.
You guys are good, but no one else should get on unless myself or one of Kyrie's people is already on board.
They would also be included in that list. The only limitation they have is that they can't drive it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody who's safe needs to be on board for anybody else to get on and not be injured. It's got defenses.
Oh. The wizards I've met up there said that they would get zapped if they got any closer or touched it.
They would if I wasn't on board, or one of you wasn't on board, or them. If we're on, they can enter. If we're not, it'll protect itself. And only myself and Kyrie's people can drive it.
Good to know.
I would like to find another one of the ancient sources of power she told us about. It's got very impressive cannons, but we can't fire it without another one of those sources.
So is it being powered by Astron's book right now?
Converted into a safe orb. It was converted basically into a battery. If we get another battery or another artifact that we can convert into a battery, it's got very impressive cannons we can use.
Would there happenstance be a battery to the south?
There is. But we'll see how much time we have. We need to deal with the time avatar, and I know the tieflings want to prioritize the region to the east, where the fire plane is. There's also one over there, so we have some options, but the time avatar is obviously the first concern.
Of course.
Calm Gene is freaking me out.
And it's starting to get late. You hear a bustling happening behind the door as guests are starting to arrive.
Before all of us go out, I want to talk to Nihilus alone. Whenever I see like Eldon or Rain leave the room, I want to try to grab Nihilus's attention.
Eyes
I noticed this.
Are you trying to hide it?
Yes.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. And make a perception check to compete it.
Oh god, sleight of hand. This is horrible. Yeah.
You see Jean attempting to do the whole like, hey, wait, I want to talk to you. Do you do anything about it, or?
Well, not really.
Okay, yeah. So you just notice him trying to keep Nihilus back. Nihilus, do you stay back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I left Closa, I was visited by Bahamut. He transformed into his dragon form and then shot off. And beams was all around the city. Do you know anything about that?
They were all heading to the recreation of the Divine Gate to help control the corruption. He didn't tell you?
He said he was busy and I'm in no place to ask questions, so.
It seems that those gods that had a champion were able to lend their aid to help create the barrier against the corruption. Mistra's there. Aris's friend Nitz's two patrons are there. The druid, what's her name starts with an S, is there. I'm so
Sylvanas?
bad with names. Sylvanas is there. I saw Bahamut traveling there. I saw the orbs too. The different colors represented different deities.
I see.
Arison, it wasn't subtle. Everybody saw the beams of light. Eldon, Rain, they all know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like, but that's not what I pulled you back for. You can't let this out because I don't know. It would potentially harm Bahamut if people knew that his guardian is gone. But when the Fae asked me for Dragon's Blessing, I was prepared to give it. I was prepared to give me up because I thought it was the right thing to do, but in the end, Kurya gave himself up in my stead. I know that you saw him whenever I first turned into a dragon. So, he's gone. I just thought it'd be best to let you know since you knew about him.
I'm so sorry.
It's of my own problems. If you are right, after your speech, after your talking with me, after going solo in the demon realm, I thought I learned something. I thought potentially I've grown, but after the foray into the Feywild, I definitely did not learn, and it cost me and the Wood Elves.
The world didn't lose Bahamut's champion. Jean, you're still here.
No, but Bahamut lost one of his guardians because of my actions.
That just means you'll have to work harder to protect the realm in his stead. Do it for Kurya.
That's what I hope to achieve.
Well, then let's
Hopefully.
get out there and do this meeting and get it done.
As you say, let's go.
All right. And as you both open the door, attempting to make your way out, you find Rain leaning a little too heavily against the door.
Hi, are you guys done?
I take it you heard everything.
Just a little bit.
Next time I sense you looking through my eyes, I'm gonna look at something really inappropriate.
She saw through your eyes?
I'm gonna just go towards where the meeting is gonna go.
What is that all about?
Well, the meeting's about to start. We're gonna have to get into this
Already
later.
ran. Already ran.
Well, as you look about, you notice that all the major factions have joined, as well as a few of the minor factions as well. Let's go ahead and switch on over.
Oh. Oh, I see the tower faction. Where's my token?
Mhm.
I'm not there.
So where you choose to go is welcome to you.
Oh God, Fabio is here.
Fabio is here. And he's kind of by himself. And yes, he is holding a leg of a pig.
He does like his ham.
Ah.
Hey, our airship crew.
Mm-hmm.
Are there going to be new people to run the super ship?
No, they are the leaders of the airship
Yeah, he has his
guild.
own airship.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
This is the captain.
Yeah, I know. That's the captain and everything. Do we have a crew for our ship? Or is
Rumak's
it just
gonna drive it.
so Rumark is the one that drives and whenever I saw the ship whenever I went north, did I get like a general estimate of how massive this is? This ship like pretty big or pretty small?
It can only hold 30 people.
So pretty decent.
Decent size, particularly from your own perspective, because airships are very clunky in comparison. This is like looking at a old wooden like pirate ship versus a ship that you would find in the Navy now.
Okay.
And as you all come in, many of you are greeted. Jean, you have a very interesting meeting with your leaders as they look towards you, and each of them in shock. And oddly enough, Ivaskia gives you a nice pound on your chest in a sign of respect, which is very odd coming from her from your previous meeting with her, but
We'll discuss later.
Is there
Oh.
any tieflings at all in the room?
there is not a single one.
Okay.
At this point, the Grand Master stands up. Well, I think it's about time we got this started. There's many things going on around this world, and we've all dealt with our fair share of problems within it. Apparently, there is a massive issue to the south. There is an equal issue directly to our west. And even within our own city walls, the people are about to tear themselves apart. Now, while this is meant to discuss about what is happening in the South and taking care of that situation, which I do agree is an issue, We've already seen with Kalari what can occur if we ignore the signs directly in front of us. Murda's at a turning point. Its peoples wish to go so many different directions, and we have been very lucky no single faction is strong enough to take over the others. We all represent the strongest of those that are in this city, but we also represent those that are very often going to not be in the city. At which point, the axe comes forward.
Who is
Holding-
the axe? Is it this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
You've met him once before.
Yeah.
This was somebody from the Crescent Moon.
Yeah, and this is the Grandmaster, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The axe comes forward, tosses a package on the table. The package holding a severed arm. This was taken this morning from somebody speaking of revolution within the city. Be mindful that when we leave, there may not be a home to come back to if we are not careful. Now that the grim part is out of the way, I believe that the Iron Tower wished to start this conversation. At which point, Aradel nods her head forward, coming up. I propose that we all speak of the different things that we plan to do. And as the Crescent Moon has pointed out, some tempering of expectations for this expedition may be necessary. I myself have been guilty of holding myself up in the tower for far too long. When there was only one method of closing these portals, it was right for us to be focusing on that and only that. But now that it's not, well, we can't be a silo amongst ourselves anymore. Myself and some of our strongest wizards will be staying in the city during this expedition to make sure that the city is safe and to provide the city guard with much needed support. But with that said, we will be sending about 100 wizards to the south. Most of them will be moderate in capability, but we will have some of our strongest there as well. And leading them will be my second in command, Warish. Which, Nihilus, that particular aspect is new news to you.
The second in command part?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is our intention. What do the rest of you plan to do? They look around the room, and many of the eyes are looking at the Order of the Platinum Dragon.
Ooh. God, I have to say something now? I will step up. At the moment, we have always opened our doors to everybody in all factions. I believe it may be in all the factions' best interest, possibly, that the church stays a neutral party within all of this. Potential leeway between all factions, the ones that they go to in case if disputes happened between the factions. We have already put ourselves forward to help all the refugees with the war efforts. But I would like for my advisors also to voice their opinions on the matter as well. What they believe.
Very well, my lord. And at this point, Travis stands up. We have agreed to send a small contingent of fighters, looking over towards Avaskia, and some healers. But as the Platinum Emissary has stated, there are many that need help, refugees, those that need assistance just to our north. We had hoped to send some individuals to Rayanar to help them to get established there, while also leaving a bulk of our forces here to ensure that the people are taken care of. We have received some missives of areas of lacking in making sure that some of Murda's weakest are given a place to stay and food to eat. They kind of look back at you, Gene. Do you have any response to that?
About where they're spreading their forces and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. We everybody especially the people, now that the Wood Elves are resetting themselves in old Rayanar, have we, as well as finding the downfall trodden in Murda, if we're able to possibly bring some modicum of normality or even hope to the less fortunate here in Murda, perhaps that can spread to the other factions, and I'll look to everybody else. I may not know what the status is with your members, but they're all welcome at the church for any help they desire. Like I said, the church will stay a neutral party and try to help all with their disputes.
Right. And as you look about the room, you see that the Grand Master is nodding his head in full agreement. At which point, Rumak stands up. I think it'll come as no surprise that the Silver Fang was made for one reason, and that was to destroy the portals and make sure that those that have the capability to do so can do so in relative safety. Although that word was not meant for much at the very beginning. But now, it truly is a protection detail, and we plan to see it through. Just as before, we'll be sending our full forces to the portals. And in this case, to whatever the hell this creature is to the south. At this point, eyes turn to the Grand Master, who then simply looks over to the group of individuals next to him. All right, I can speak. My lot planned to go to Grey Keep. It's our home. It's been gone from us for so long. And with the undead suddenly not being in Valorance, that gives us a base of operations to go destroy them.
What do you plan to do about the Navir portal that stands between the two?
Yeah, we'll handle some of the undead on the way there.
If you make it to the city, can you hold it against additional threats with your numbers?
We got ourselves a few hundred.
Would I somewhat understand the strength and power of an ancient Dracolich from my research?
You would.
Would I understand that roughly 100 people is enough?
Give me a. Let's do both an Arcana roll and a History roll.
I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna get a quick drink.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you know at this point, they're probably going to get torn apart like tissue paper. If this is their leader and some of their strongest that's here in this room, you feel like you could probably take out this band of individuals by yourself.
And who's talking again?
That would be the gentleman in the helm here.
Over there? Okay. And do you plan on throwing your lives away? You do realize there's an ancient Dracolich standing between the two cities.
Just means we gotta be quiet.
Perhaps there's a plan starting up in Closa. Is there any chance that I can talk you to stay in Closa for the time being and help them with the efforts to continue the plan to potentially siege Navir when they're ready?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh.
Navir's not our home.
Damn.
But even if you capture or take out Grey Keep, the Dracolich rests within those mountains south of the Grey Keep. And I was only in Navir for a short time, and he was able to spot me out. 100 men will not survive against that type of beast.
Make an intimidation check.
That I wasn't trying to intimidate them.
Can I assist with that?
How are you assisting?
I would say something.
What are you gonna say?
If your goal is to do more than just see your homeland before you die, I would listen to my friend here.
All right, go ahead and make that an advantage.
I am not very intimidating, just want to let you know. Okay.
Good job.
All I ask is that the preservation of life stands. Staying closer, further their efforts in stopping or even assaulting Navir. Once the Dracolich is gone, your lives and the lives of the comrades that you bring there has a greater chance of survival.
And at this point, you see him kind of nodding to himself, and then one of his friends that's beside him slaps him in the arm. Dude, that's the fucking Platinum Emissary. Becomes a fucking dragon. He doesn't think we're gonna make it. How the hell are we gonna do that? All right. We'll go to Closa first. We'll see what their plan is, and if we like it, we'll help.
I'll turn to Nihilus and give her a nod.
I nod back.
Silent high five, I see.
All right. At which point,
Tails, did I get a response yet? Because it's time sensitive.
working on it now. At which point, the druids start to speak up. Well, as we have always been going about the lands and repairing them after you do whatever it is you choose to do, we will continue to do so. But we will not be assisting in the south. Whatever this entity is, it is not unnatural. Dangerous, perhaps, but natural nonetheless. Instead, we will be keeping our eyes to the north, ensuring that if any corruption makes its way beyond the divine gates, heavens forbid, that we can assist the gods in putting them back.
I understand your viewpoint and I respect your wisdom in that matter. I think that's an excellent use of your resources.
You see a look of almost shock as she was not expecting you to agree, being a member of the clergy and also tower, but she gives you a respectful nod back.
She right though.
At this point, Hubert, with a little bit of extra flair, wherever your coin takes us, that's where we're going. Any takers? At which point the Grand Master raises his hand. I think we can do the bidding after discussion. Oh, very well. Just know, highest price.
Is that every faction? Has every faction spoken yet?
Not yet. There is one more. At which point, the lady here, who, as you see them, you see that there's a lot of elves in this group. A lot of very powerful elves. And Eldon, you recognize these as the elves directly from the north.
Directly from the north.
The Valinori elves.
Okay. Then they have plans to go their own way?
Do you say that out loud?
No, I'm just thinking that.
Yes, you do know that they do have plans to go to the north.
Okay.
Well, as that Rhaenar has been liberated, we also, much like our Greykeep brethren and the Valorant's brethren, have chosen to retake our own homes. There have been some interesting developments of late. Everyone make an insight check. Eldon, you do not need to make.
Okay. 5.
Jesus.
All right, well, it's subtle, but you see the individual's eyes flicker to Eldon, and then back to everyone else.
Well, and I know we spent that time with them, right?
You do.
How do you know that?
I literally read minds, bro.
We got peeping Tom over here and fucking mind reader over
To
there.
be fair, I did not read Eldon's mind. He just happened to be the topic the person I did read's mind was thinking about.
What the fuck?
You're a fanboy, bro. Just hanging out, being loud in bars.
I hate him. Wait, who?
Billy.
Oh, fucking belly, man. Loudmouth belly.
Oh no, not Billy.
But with these developments, we need to rehone some of our skills. So we can stay in Murda while you take care of the problems to the south. We can assist the tower with more martial capabilities for those that perhaps need a less magical touch.
So would I know that these are all of the factions just because what the Grand Master said that there is civil unrest and potentially factions would be splintering off and trying to take
This
control
is
of Murda?
not all of the factions. This is the largest factions.
But
There
there's
are many, many, many minor factions within the city. It's one of the reasons that so much of the city is named after where people came from.
the different sections, I take it.
Mhm. It's named after the cities that they all fled when they were trying to come back.
I would like to speak for a faction that was unable to attend today.
You see many of them nodding.
I can provide assistance as well, Nihilus.
No.
Okay.
The Tiefling faction has already headed out to face this great threat from the south. They have more information about the threat than some other factions here, and I do know that a former member of the clan is involved in some way. They have already headed to Lashan and wish to lead the offensive due to their greater knowledge of the threat, and would like our forces to meet them there and head out with them, and to not engage on our own. I think we would be fools to reject their knowledge in this matter.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm not good at this. Take it back, Gene. Take it back, you know.
If you want to try and help her, now's the time.
I'm trying to help her just convince them
What
to.
do you say?
No, I'm there.
Well, yeah. And she's basically trying to advocate for the Tiefling clans that aren't here.
She's basically trying to, and correct me if I'm wrong, say don't make an attack without the tieflings involved, and
Yes,
follow that.
and to meet them in Lashan.
Okay.
So are you going to assist, or?
I'm trying to think. I thought Nihilus was on a different.
I know,
Yeah.
that's why I was so confused how you said something.
I thought you were on a completely different path, so unfortunately I don't think I'll be. I thought you were talking
No,
about
that's fine.
different factions inside Murda. I didn't realize you were talking about the Tieflings, so I.
Oh, let's go!
All right. All right. At which point Rumak kind of steps forward first. Silverfang has no problem with that. Besides, we know that this is an unknown entity. Any knowledge that we can get is knowledge that we need. Most of the other factions start nodding. Mostly those that are going to the south, while those that are not are kind of being neutral about the whole thing. Warash also lays a hand on your shoulder. We also will follow your guidance in this.
Thank you. Really
Since
hoping the tieflings would leave somebody so I didn't have to do that.
Open so.
So Tails, I have backpedaling a little bit. Since I've been with Warash or seen him, how old is Warash? Would I know or have a somewhat understanding how old Warash is as a Dragonborn?
He would be later in years. He's not old per se. He's like, if you were to look at it in human years, he would be in his like 40s and 50s.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think Dragonborn, if I remember correctly, only live a little bit longer than
80,
humans.
roughly about
80,
80.
yeah. So yeah, he would literally be in his 40s or 50s.
Gotcha.
Well, I think that provides us with sufficient forces to ensure that Murda will be a home to come back to. We've ensured that governance will continue unabated, and I've made some contingencies to ensure that should there be any civil unrest, it will be dealt with swiftly and humanely, so that those that simply wish to get to their homes will hopefully see that it is simply not time yet, but with a promise that it will come, and hopefully soon. Is there any other topics we wish to bring up at this meeting before we disperse to our own
I do
separate
have
assignments?
one.
The floor is yours.
As factions and different groups wish to reclaim their homelands, which I completely understand, and as different groups do want to go their own ways, I think there should be, and I don't know how we could track this, but people just splintering off and going in different directions is going to spread forces and divide efforts and possibly result in more failures than successes. Also, when lands are retaken and portals are closed, we need to talk about the people who will inhabit those lands and defend them as we close the surrounding portals. Just administrative notes that I'm not sure are being thought about yet, but if we don't think about, our success will ultimately end in failure. Failure will win battles, but we'll lose this war.
The Grand Master once again speaks up. Spoken well. And I can assure you they are topics that have been at least breached, and initial discussions have started. I think most would agree that the original inhabitants should be allowed to go back to their own homes, but at the same time, we want to make sure it doesn't turn into another Kalari. And fully agree that more details need to be fleshed out before simply leaving and getting places under, hopefully, our control once again. And Nihilus, make an insight check. Okay. You get the feeling as he's talking about this topic, it's almost that feeling that somebody gives off when they're talking about a problem that they've been spending a lot of time on. And they just don't want to spend enough time catching everybody else up.
Okay.
So you gain from that he is definitely at least somehow involved with a allocation of the lands of Murda, or lands of Probnir.
Okay.
Any other topics? Well, I wish you all the best of luck. And those that are heading south or to other regions to the west, Godspeed. And members of the tower, I would like to speak with you before you go. It kind of becomes a disheveled mess as the different factions kind of go about mingling and doing what they do. But Aradel goes straight over to the Grand Master, who signals to the room to the side, looking over to Rumak, who gives a nod. And you see them both going in.
I follow like I belong there.
Okay. At first, the axe kind of looks you over, but the Grand Master lifts up a hand and lets you into the room.
I like stare down the axe too. I ain't afraid.
Make an intimidation check.
This is gonna go so bad.
Alright, let's see how he does. Well, ooh, okay. So as you start staring him down, you kind of get a little lost in his eyes, and not romantically, but you start looking into his eyes, and you just see carnage and death behind them. This is someone that has spent a lifetime seeing things that would feature in your nightmares, and it gives you the shivers.
Damn.
I walk quicker into the room.
He rolled a
I'm judging.
19 natural.
Damn.
Right. As you get inside, you see Aradel somewhat relax. Well, that was more help than we assumed we were going to be getting. Indeed. And welcome. You've decided to let your daughter in on the fun? Aradel kind of just looks over. Oh, she's got a mind of her own. Decides where she wants to go, even if she's not invited.
He did say members of the tower, and as you're staying and I'm going, both sides of the tower, really.
You kind of just see her do her usual rolling of eyes and looking back at the Grandmaster. So how have preparations been going? I see the new governing body has taken over in Kyrie's stead. Indeed. It's a weak government, but that's as we need it. For now. Someday, when we actually have reclaimed Provnir, we will need to place in a more permanent governing body. I do think that the individuals that we have chosen are a little too malleable. And throughout the meeting, you gather a few things. One, the Grandmaster has essentially become the new governor of Murda. Although his face will never appear in any political office anywhere. And Aradel has been helping him do it. The second thing that you do gather, which you do get also from your insight rolls thus far, he does not look like a person that is comfortable with the role he's taking on. You don't know why, but there's definitely some hesitation in being basically putting more power into the Grandmaster, which seems counterintuitive to you. Is there anything that you would like to add to the conversation or ask them about?
Nope, I just want to listen.
Okay. So those are the main things that you get from it. There's a lot of logistical talk. Let's redistrict this region. There is conversation about the tieflings leaving, to which the Grandmaster reports that he will ensure that nobody tries to squat in their houses while they're gone.
That's comforting.
Not to mention that he figures it won't be needed because even the caretakers that were left behind are more than capable of taking care of themselves.
I mean,
But
they're probably
an
going to
extra
find a lot of
ID, though.
blood there, so,
um,
I don't think
And,
blood really scrubs off a stone all that well.
they also do mention your temple. They've decided to put in a pathway through the forest that goes there, the little mini forest that's in front of it, to make it a little easier to get to, because apparently it has gotten quite a few individuals going there from the tower, which your mom somewhat mocks, but yeah. It is apparently becoming a rather frequently visited location.
Thanks, I built that tower. That's all I add to the mean.
All right.
Or thanks, I built that temple.
Well, good work and sturdy. We've
Yeah.
had a few individuals try and deface it, usually other rival of the non-arcane, but it seems to have no issues stopping that.
Mistra did bless it herself, so no big deal.
Well, if she wants to stop by a few other places and reinforce that, do let me know. And it goes on for a little while. Everybody else on the outside starts to leave bit by bit. Rumak retaking his position, and Frin heading out to start preparing the soldiers.
The undead ones.
The conclusion is that they will be heading out tomorrow for the Silver Fang. First thing in the morning.
Okay, so we should plan on moving out with them because we're going with Rumok on the ship.
Okay. It is going to take the Silver Fang about 4 to 5 days
To get to LaShawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be a good number of them that will get there faster. And actually, let me have them make a persuasion check. Would they be able to get the nat 20? Okay. So actually, they would be able to get some assistance from the druids. So between the teleportation of the Iron Tower and the teleportation of the druids, or I should say walk by tree, yeah, they're able to get most of their forces through that way. So there will be a supply caravan, but most of the actual fighters will go through teleportation in the next 2 days.
How fast can we get there on our airship?
Your airship would be able to get there in a day.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else or anyone else that somebody would like to talk to before the disbursement of the individuals here?
I just want to talk to Rumok and see when he plans on moving out with the airship, or if he had a plan to coordinate with the Silverfang forces.
As soon as Friend's ready to lead the people down, we'll be good to go. Should be pretty early in the morning.
Do we have a full crew of 30, including my party?
Nowhere near, but decent chunk.
So if some of the higher ranking members from the tower wanted to travel with us, or any members from the tower, we'd have a little bit of room.
Yeah, they definitely could come.
All right, I'll let them know.
And when we get on that ship, probably best to get everyone to sit down.
Why? You know what? I'll find out.
He literally jumped off a building with your arms, and what possibly could
It's
go wrong?
Rumok, not Varus.
Sorry, yeah, okay, never mind.
Varus.
Same thing.
We're just switching vowels out of his name randomly.
Mhm. All right. Well, anybody else that wanted to talk to members of the factions?
I would like to talk to my advisors.
Okay.
The advisors.
Is it one that you want to do separate or here?
I don't really think we can do it separately because I want to talk to all four of them,
Okay.
and I don't think anything I say will affect what will happen. I just want to check up on them, see what I missed within the last month, type of deal.
All right. And at this point, the different factions start preparing for the next day, splitting out, getting ready. For tomorrow, they head to Leshon, and that is where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah, fuck it.
Actually, I will add one more thing. Aris, you have arrived at the city. Let's go ahead and show it to you.
Is that a
And
battle pit?
That is.
Wow.
Which, when you meet the Electrum of that city, you will understand why.
Do I know who the Electrum is of that city?
You would know the name. And that is Inara.
I do know that name.
Are they related to I know the Silver Fang?
They
In-
are definitely related to the Silver Fang, as they are the Electrum of it.
No, I mean the what's the both R's, either of the R's.
Oh,
Tails, I literally have it written down in the page I'm looking at, the name and Electrum Oblation.
No, not directly related to either of them. She is a pale elf that... Actually, Rumok has talked to you about her before. He likes her when she's over there.
I see.
All right. So we will... Oh, and the reason I wanted to bring this up, so RS, as you are looking to the south, it is very far off into the distance, but you notice a shimmering of the horizon. The small mountain that is directly to your southeast or southwest is seeming to be acting as the final region that is not shimmering. And the sky keeps changing once you look beyond it.
Okay, so that is where.
Yep. Not from looking at it, but you do notice a louder knocking at the door. But the duct tape seems to be holding.
Hey, Amelia, is that knocking or barging?
Would you have any metal objects? I don't think these wooden desks are gonna last that long.
Thought we put chains on it.
Yeah, they broke that about an hour ago.
Why didn't you say anything?
I've been holding shit.
Yeah, but you could yell.
What the
And
fuck
you
is
ever
going on
listen to me?
inside your head?
It's inside his orb.
I'm telling you, okay. I said, hey, remember, if shit gets weird and shit breaks or something, let me know so we can deal with it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, over there, you see that pipe by the house? Can you go touch it?
I'll go poke the pipe by the house.
And the pipe disappears. And it appears in your hand.
What?
What did you just say?
And it appears in her hand. And she starts using it to wedge things closer to the door.
Is this going on inside your orb?
Inside my head, dude.
What
I
the,
may
what
have
the-
abbreviated all that happened.
what the fuck is going on? What are you trying to keep out of yourself?
You'll find out.
And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Good stopping point.